EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we jump right into this new season with an AFC South matchup, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Indianapolis Colts. A new era begins here in Indy as the Jags and Colts are underway to begin the new season. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Play action. Now Richardson. And his first pass is incomplete. So this, a great matchup here in Indy. You get a divisional game right out of the gate. But Charles, what do you see in store for these two teams in 2023?
Indianapolis trying to get themselves reestablished as a playoff team, but they've kind of hit the reset button a little bit. While Jacksonville, coming off of a big finish in 2022, they believe they're the team to beat in the AFC South.
They run with the All-Pro from a couple of years ago, Jonathan Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Back to Taylor on first down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Yasir Abdullah making the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hawk 70, Mustang 19.
Richardson off the play fake. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
60 Vikings. Ready?
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Second down, here's Richardson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. A man coming off an 1,100-yard campaign last year. Here's Travis Etienne. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Jaguar first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Take right open. 11, add that.
Here's Lawrence. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. Going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. The tight end in motion right. On 2nd down, Lawrence. And his throw is incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lawrence on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 25-yard line. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
First down, Jaguars.
They go play action with Lawrence. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
That's a big force of completion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, it looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Lawrence will throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to get the football here at their own 23. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 9. Richardson to throw off play action. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A the middle. Here's Taylor. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Go.
On first down, Richardson. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And that's how you shake off the interception he threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Jags are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. No score after one on EA Sports.
No score.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. So we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch. Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about 00, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Here's the rookie from Auburn, Tank Bigsby. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that one. He read all of his keys perfectly, got a great break on the ball, and able to force that incompletion.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 15-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Andy Isabella, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
On the ready.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Here's Richardson to throw.
Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Off play action, Richardson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
So his struggles just continuing here in the first half throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, 27 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
McManus's point after is good, and that'll make the score 14-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like?
There he goes left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now the pitch goes to Taylor.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Viking 18. 10 through 11, 10 through 11. 18 Roderick, 18 Roderick. Ready?
Richardson to the air on 1st down. Now this taken in by Downs.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down.
A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play it at that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Richardson going to change the play here.
Now Richardson from the gun on third down.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
On fourth down, the Colts will call on Rigoberto Sanchez for the punt. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
Open man is Kirk, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first and 10, it's Bigsby.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Show that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
From midfield now, Lawrence.
This is caught. It's Kirk. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now this offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's first and 10.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Again on second and 10, it's Lawrence.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Travis Etienne,
28 yards.
And the Jaguars are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we...
And now it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. They go play action with Richardson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Richardson. This pass caught. It's Woods. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. He's got his man. It's Pierce.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Greedy Williams picks it off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Matt Gay to kick off for the Colts.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Second half starts with a run by Etienne.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, a run with Etienne.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And quickly, they get to the line.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at their 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and a yard. Etienne up the middle.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
It's great seeing that type of run from Etienne. And look, I know we couldn't consider him for Rookie of the Year last year, but it really was his rookie season since an injury cost him all of 2021. And he looked like a Rookie of the Year, 9th in the NFL with over 1,100 yards for a surging Jaguars offense.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
On the move past the 40.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 32-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Zaire Franklin. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Ready.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Now they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
19 tight. 19 tight. Dragon 60. Ready, ready.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
This is caught. It's Woods. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there. A breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Richardson off the play fake.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Play action. Now Richardson. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley Cox, the tight end.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Another completion there. And we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it? Not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. 19 Lions.
Going for it on 4th, Richardson.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
From the 20, here's a 2nd and 4. Now Lawrence. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
From the gun on third down, Lawrence. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Now Richardson, he's going to keep it running right.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Richardson to throw off play action.
And now here's another interception.
And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 41.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Lawrence.
Incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. From the shotgun, Lawrence.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Julian Blackmon collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
23, Colts nothing.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
On the punt for the Jaguars.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
This is taken at the 18. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
No gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
So that a nice throw, but it hasn't really turned out to be the grand debut that many had hoped for. His team's down double digits. So what have you seen, CD?
About what I expected, really, because for a youngster making his first start in the NFL, I kind of expected to see these things. A few bumps along the way, maybe not the plays you expect to see or want to see.
But remember, he's not going to the Hall of Fame off this first start. It's going to be an accumulation of games before we have a fully accurate reading.
Yeah, and he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Buffalo 18. Go.
Off play action. Richardson rolling to his right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Josh Downs with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Colts are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Isabella now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 36. A gain there of 21 yards. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And they'll run with Etienne. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
One more time with Etienne. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the fourth quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several. And, my goodness, another interception. Inside the 20. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Etienne will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come on.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And the Jags, Charles, I think they're on the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. And now here's another interception. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. What did you see on that one? Rookie mistake or just good defense?
It was a combo play, but the rookie quarterback, he'll take it all on his shoulders, and the frustration level is evident. You can see it with him. You know, if that's a veteran quarterback, he walks off like he just threw a touchdown pass because he doesn't want to show that to the defense. The young guys, they take it more to heart. It's on their sleeve a little bit. He'll learn as he goes along how to hide his emotions.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. There to stop him, Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Ready up.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Even with that broken tackle, can't get very far. Stopped short of the 30. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Cutback teams. Cutback.
One last shot for Richardson.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand-new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Jacksonville, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will head back home.